What's up? Alright, that was a test. Hello, peoples. So, today, as the title suggests, I'm gonna be showing you how to build some of the executions in Minecraft from Danganronpa. Because I was asked by a commenter, here they are by the way, to make the after school lesson, or at least show them how to make it. And the redstone's pretty simple, okay? I'm not trying to be like that. It really is that simple. I'll show you, okay? This is all it is. Look at this. So easy. Right, and I'm gonna show you how to build it. So I guess, okay, so you need 2 pieces of redstone, 2 hoppers, 2 pistons, 2 comparators, and 1 redstone block, and a stack of any stackable item. So no armor, no swords, no pickaxes, nothing like that. You also need a block. Oh, I just broke it. You also need a block, a solid block, so it can't be a transparent block like glass or stairs or something. You need specifically a solid block like this. And what you do first is you get a hopper and you just place it down, and then you have another hopper running into that. You break this one, and then you do that, like that. So now this hopper is funneling into this hopper, like so, right? And what makes this all work is that this is a hopper clock, right? So let me see. It's like, let me show you what it's kind of like. It's kind of like when you use an observer like this, and then you put another observer into it, and then they just start blinking a lot. That's kind of what this is like, but it's different from an observer clock. That's not what it's called. I don't know what it's called. Alright, so what you do is you put 2 comparators running out the sides of either 2 hoppers. Then you put your solid block like this on each end. And then right around here, you want to put 2 pieces of redstone. And then your piston going like this, and a piston going here as well, like that, right? And then you've got it, and this is basically done. All we need to do is add the redstone block, and it's done, right? But why is it not working? It's because you need items. You need to put items in it, which is why you needed a stackable item. So let's just get crafting tables, and let's say you put, okay, I don't know why I did that. Okay, let's just put 1 in there, right? And it's gonna start working. But why? Why does it work? Let me show you exactly what's happening. Like I said, these 2 hoppers are funneling into each other, which means whatever this hopper picks up, it's gonna funnel into this hopper, and then it's gonna do the same thing back and forth forever. So you're wondering, well, why do we have the redstone block here? Well, it's actually here for kind of 2 reasons. But let me show you what happens if I add another block. It's gonna make it a lot slower, right? The more blocks you add to the hopper clock, the longer it takes for the redstone to go from each side like this. and it just keeps getting slower the more and more blocks you add to it. And that's because it's taking longer for the hoppers to funnel through all of the crafting tables, right? But why is the redstone block here? Well, it's because, you see, not only because, first, that's how you get it to do stuff, you see. You see, that's how you get it to do that and make it work with other stuff. But it's also there because if you have multiple different blocks in here, so say, how many is that? 7. If you have 7 blocks in there and then you funnel it into here, which I just did that wrong. Wait. Alright, so let's just do 4. Right, 4. And if you have multiple blocks in here, you see, it's just not doing anything, right? Because both the hoppers are trying to funnel the items at the same time. So it just, it's kind of just stopped. You know, hopper.exe just stopped responding. Which is why you put the redstone here. Because whenever you give a hopper a redstone signal, it locks the hopper. So the hopper can't funnel anything out of it. It's just locked in there. So nothing's gonna come out of this hopper until I break the redstone and you can see something came out of it. But if I lock this one, then all the items are gonna go through it because it can't funnel it back through. Which is why this works when there's multiple items. Now, if you only have one item, then it doesn't matter because it's only one item. But if you have 2, then that's when you have to start locking a hopper. And that's why when the pistons go around, it moves the redstone around so that whenever this hopper has emptied out everything into this hopper, it will, like, the comparators will sense that there's no more items in this. Wait, okay, hold on, let me restart. The comparator will sense when the items are, like, all in here. And it will send a redstone signal to this solid block. And this solid block will also send the redstone signal into this redstone, which will power this piston to push the redstone block over here, and it'll just, and now that this hopper is unlocked because the redstone is no longer attached to it anymore, it will funnel out, and it does the same thing on this side, right? You do this, not like that. You do this, and then boom, and then easy. Pretty simple mechanic, and that's basically how I did it. After that, I just put a piston like this. I put a piston, a sticky piston actually. Put a sticky piston up here with another redstone block. That was going into another piston. I just did that wrong. There we go. That had the honey blocks on it. Not like that. Like this. And then you get the honey blocks, and then you just put the honey blocks on. Like that. And there, this is exactly how I did it. Just, you know, oriented in a different way. But essentially, this is how I made this. Pretty simple redstone, even though it looks kind of complicated. If you know how comparators work, and how redstone in general works, then this is pretty easy to understand. Now, I didn't want this to just be exclusively for after school lesson, So I'll just show some other ones, I guess. Like, I guess Kirumi. So what I did for Kirumi is basically there's this torch tower up here. And it goes all the way up to this redstone, which is hooked up to a piston. Which drops Kirumi from all the way up there down to here. I'll just demonstrate with an item. Okay, let's just do an item. Right? Put the item in there, and then there it is. Yeah, it's just a torch tower. Every time I press the button, this torch goes off, and then this one turns on, and then this one goes off, and then this one turns on. I would explain it, but basically, whenever you give power to a redstone torch, it turns off, okay? Because they're always on by default. But if you give power to them, then they'll turn off. So, all you have to do is get them like this, and whenever you give a power signal to the first one, this one will turn on, and it will kind of just alternate until you get to the top, which this one is turned on, and it's keeping this redstone on to keep the piston extended. When it turns off, the piston will retract and opening up the little hatch thing. This is the same deal. It's just a slightly different look. And that's what I did for Chiaki's death as well. It's just a bunch of torch towers with pistons that drop the powdered concrete onto poor Chiaki and kill her. That's basically how I did that. So, if the person who asked for this found this helpful, then I'm glad. Please do leave a like and do subscribe, as I am going to do other stuff. I don't know what I mean by that. This is not the return by any means, alright? This is just a quick video. I don't know when I'm gonna return, but just know that it probably won't be soon. Maybe next week, alright? But yeah, guys, see ya.